All right, welcome everybody. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. We are back in my main world, and you can see we've got a little bit of a project going on around. We've got all of the beacons set up. We've got a bunch of digging that we've been doing. And so we're going to be continuing that tonight. We got Robin in the chat. Hello, Robin. We've got Empty Force. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I hope you all had a good weekend and a good start to your week. We got sheep, we got chickens, we got cows all checking out what we're doing, and we're on top of this little hill here. But yeah, this is a project that we've been working on as we've been going through and terraforming this whole area, which has been a much bigger project than I thought it was going to be. And there's been a lot of work done in getting the actual lake area dug out. So you can see over here, I've been working on getting this terrain as it slopes up into the rest of the terrain around it. And I've got this whole side done all the way over here. For this area over on this side, we're going to be having a wall. And so that is not fully planned out, but I do know it's going to be mostly a circle. So I'm just leaving this area like this for now, but we're not going to have any of the terrain sloping up to it because I want the wall to be at the deepest point in the lake. So we've got this all dug out, and we're going to continue with the digging. But I think what we're going to do, instead of continuing along with the wall, because that would be rather just boring digging, we're going to be doing a little bit of planning around our island that we have right here. And this is something that was a hill before, and I wanted to keep it. And I've done a little bit of an outline around it, and we're going to be expanding on this outline and doing something similar for what I was doing over on this side, which was building out the terrain, which we're going to be doing as we dig down. So that's what the plan is. We're going to be getting started with that. We've got Timmy Harkin here as well. Welcome, Timmy. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. A little tired, but excited to be streaming and excited to be continuing with this project and getting it dug. We're digging. We got lots of digging. Let me see. We got to switch out a few things here. So what we're going to be doing is I've got this outline here. I think we're going to be making some adjustments to it, primarily in this spot right here. Let's fly out. Well, I switched out the wings. I forgot. All right, let's fly out one more time in a way that we can see what we're doing here. So you can see behind me, we've got that section, and I think that we actually want it to slope out a little bit more. Initially, I was thinking that the whole island would be surrounded by cliffs. But instead, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have cliffs only on the side facing away from the city. So this side is going to have cliffs, and that's going to be lined up with the cliffs that we have over on this side. But around the front, we're going to have more of a sort of mountain spur coming out here, and then we'll probably have some cliffs there as well. So it's going to be just a little bit more of a gradual slope on this side. And we're going to be doing the foundations of that with the outline down here. So we're going to go ahead, take this out. And I think what we'll do is we're going to start expanding this a little bit. Just planning out roughly how we want it to stick out a bit. And we want it to stick out a bit in that direction. And then over here, we're going to do the same thing. So we probably want to have a little bit more of a gradual slope, because we want it to come out to about here, possibly. And maybe have it come back around. Now, the nice thing about doing terrain is that you don't have to worry about symmetry or keeping things even. It's very much a case where uneven and unsymmetrical is actually the desired goal. So we've got that sticking out there, and I think that is going to be roughly what we want to do. Oh, we've got Celebrity Sailboat. Hello, Celebrity Sailboat. Welcome. Yeah. All right. So in thinking about how we're doing the digging, this layer right here is the layer that the water is going to be at. And we're going to dig down there, but we also have to dig down then another layer because we're not obviously going to have stone on this layer, which is going to be right below the water. We're going to have that layer be something different. And so we got to go down 2 layers here in order to make sure that we have enough space. So my plan is for how I'm doing this digging, I'm going through and putting in the framework for the area. And then once everything is dug out, I'm going to go back through and then put in the actual blocks that I want for the base of the lake. And those blocks are going to be primarily mud, which we're not going to place mud down initially. What we're going to do is place down dirt, and then we'll just convert the dirt once the water is all in place into mud. I think that's the best way to do that because I don't want to have to try to go and get all that mud, take a lot of mud to collect up, and that'd be a lot of work, and we've already done a lot of work. So by the time we we're going to put in dirt and grass, and any grass that grows, once we put in the water, that'll all get converted over to dirt automatically because we can't have grass underwater. So what we're going to be doing here is, once we have dug down our 2 layers all the way around this little island here, or what will eventually be an island, we want to then come through and we're going to follow this pattern as we slope out the terrain around it. So it'll probably come out to about here, and then this is going to go down another layer. So we're going to have gradual slopes right here, but as we get up over to this side, I think what we're going to do is, this is going to be much more of just a cliff on this side. So the terrain is going to be a little bit more gradual out here, but it's going to be a lot steeper over here. So we're going to keep maybe just a little bit of a ledge right here, but eventually, once we get to about here, this is going to be just straight down. And we're going to have some more custom rock type surfaces, but for the digging, we're just getting rough shapes. We're not doing the texturing and the building, obviously. Because this is all about digging. Would planting moss, bone mealing it, and dumping water be helpful? Is there any TNT digging or too shallow? There won't be any TNT digging because not because it's too shallow, just because it's such a wide space. We'd probably have a lot to set up to do that. And I also want to be able to collect up all of the blocks that we're all of the blocks that we're breaking. I want to be able to collect because I'll be using them at some point, or a lot of them. So we're not doing the TNT for that. On whether we could do moss, bone milling it, that's certainly possible. But again, I think then we'd end up with a lot of moss. And we want to be able to have these blocks because we're going to be putting a lot of these blocks, well, maybe not a lot of the stone blocks, but a lot of the dirt blocks are going to go back into the base of the lake. That speeds up stone removal, but I can't remember exactly when it works better than manual digging. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I think it can also depend on what your goals are. Because we do want to have a lot of these blocks left over. For example, we've been getting a lot of andesite, which is good because we use a lot of andesite in our builds. And so if we can keep it, that's good. Yeah, and then keeping the dirt blocks are going to be good because this isn't the only terraforming that we're going to be doing around the city. we've also got some other areas around the outside of the city where we're going to need a lot of blocks for, especially a lot of dirt blocks. And, you know, we're running, well, we're not running, we're kind of running low. We're running low. So we need dirt blocks, also not for just terrain, but we also use mud in a lot of our builds. And so we need dirt blocks to be able to convert into mud. So yeah, all that to say, I want to be able to keep the blocks that we're mining out, because you never know when you might need it for something. And that's what we got. All right. But we gotta make sure that we're not digging out our pattern here. I keep up the pattern. So what we're going to do for the cliffside is we're going to have it drop down about 5 blocks. And then we'll start sloping it around. So that's sort of what I've been doing in other sections of the terrain. Have the cliff go down straight about 5 blocks into the water. And then we will add the slope in after that. Oh, welcome, Melanie. Thank you so much. Glad you can make it. Yep. So we've got... The other thing that we have going on is that there's a bit of a race for time here. Not necessarily tonight, just more in general, because we're getting really close to being in this world for 10,000 days. And my goal was to have this lake completed by the time we got to 10,000 days. And we've only got 150, or actually less than 150 days left, and still a lot left to do to get it done. So we're gonna see whether it's even possible. It may not be possible. We may go over 10,000 days a little bit. But it'll be close. The big part that's slowed us down is obviously the digging of the lake bed. Removing the blocks from above ground or above the water surface level, that part wasn't too bad. We got that done pretty quickly. All right, so for our next layer here, I think we want to start about there. And again, we're gonna just have it be a little bit of a steep slope here. But then as we get out here, we're gonna keep it more gradual. Actually, I might have removed too much over on this side. So we're gonna have to be putting some blocks in. All right. Going over to about here. Yeah, what am I going to build? We're building a lake. That's the plan. It's to build a lake. But what we're working on right now is an island that's going to be in the middle of the lake. So we're getting our terrain shaped up around it. Be able to get a nice little block. Celebrity Sailboat, thank you so much for the $4.99. That's awesome. Hello, humans, orc dogs, happy gas, cats, reptiles, villagers, houseplants. Yes, all of the pets. Unfortunately, we don't have Balloon in this world. We're gonna have to wait to say hello to Balloon until Wednesday. All right. That's too kind, Celebrity Sailboat. Much appreciated. All right. We're gonna come out here. And around we go. And then we're gonna have to build out a little bit. About to here, potentially. I think. Maybe. Maybe about there. Oh. Zombie walked a little bit too far. So there are some sections in this terrain where there aren't a lot of caves, which means that we can end up getting a lot of mob spawns on the surface. Oh, no worries, Melanie. Yes. Yeah, we got lots of mobs. The downside to not sleeping, we do end up having a lot of friends coming to visit. Okay. So just about to here. Let's switch these out. But yeah, the only way we can make sure that we have as much time as possible to get this completed is to work through the night. Normally, I would sleep because I don't like dealing with mobs. Or when you're building, you don't want whatever you're building to explode and have to rebuild it. So here we are. But for terraforming, at least when we're digging, if we were to have a creeper explode things, it actually would help us. So I'm okay with creepers exploding things here. All right. And I think we're going to go out to back here. And end up over here. There we go. So it's not all digging tonight. We're doing a little bit of building. Oh, that's got a little bit too close. Zombie was trying to stay in the shadow of what we're putting in here. Didn't quite work out for them. Poor zombies. Such a tough life. Trying to survive in this sunny world. Yeah, pulling an all-nighter. In-game and not in-game. Although... So let's just take a little bit of a look out. I can see what we're doing. Yeah. So you can kind of see what we're doing here. General idea. But now what we're going to do, what I've been doing or finding is that normally when I'm digging, I will dig with a 2x4 area of blocks. So 2 blocks tall, 4 blocks wide. For this project, I've been doing it in areas of 4 blocks wide, 4 blocks wide, 5 blocks tall. This is actually 6. And I don't know if that is faster. But it does feel faster. Because have fewer passes to take. All right, but what we do need to do is we do need to first get our outline a little bit more defined. We're going to go around our island just quickly. Get all of these. Make it a little bit easier to see where we're going when we're further down. But unlike the front, these sides are going to be pretty much all cliffs. So, at least initially. Okay. If I didn't save the blocks, it might help me to go faster. Because I could just leave them on the ground and let them despawn. But I like saving my blocks. You never know when you might need something. Or a lot of something. What do we got here? Oh, it's a little bit of a gap. So we've got a little section here where we don't even have to dig anything out. Used to all be water. This is the boring side. Just flat. At least for about the first 5 blocks. After we get the first 5 blocks, then we're going to slope it out too. So. Around we go. Coming around to the other side. Almost to the spot where we've dug out before. Getting closer. Getting closer. Maybe not. Seemed like we were getting closer, but maybe we've got a little bit more to go. Scared to imagine when anyone would need that much diorite. Yeah. You know, I don't use a lot of diorite. We do use diorite walls though for our window frames. See some right there. Use any? No. Most of the time, if we're using white blocks, it's going to be smooth. Oh, we did have some diorite in this gradient. But yeah, most of the time, if we're using white blocks, it's not diorite, it's quartz. Or pale oak. One of those two. Yeah. Well, that's true too. Yeah. Cobblestone and diorite makes andesite, which I've done that before too. There's a lot of times where I've run out of andesite. Diorite saves the day. I have been thinking too of how I want to do the actual above the water terrain. Not settled on anything yet. There's still just the thinking phase. The planning phase has not even started for that part yet. It's going to take a bit of work. I have been debating whether to do it very similar to other terrain that I've done in this world. Digging, the best part. Yeah. Digging is the best part. It is kind of nice just to dig. Turn on some, well, when I'm not streaming, turn something on to watch in the background and just dig away. And we've got full coverage on our beacons. There's one section where our beacons don't reach. There's was a little bit of a corner. Oh, also not. So that right. Masons. Well, yeah. Selling to diorite to masons is good. I've sold so much stone to masons. That's usually been my go-to. Only because I've got more stone than I know what to do with in this world. I convert the stone into quartz. We'll probably see my villager trading hall at some point tonight, depending on how low my weapon or my tools get. We may have to go repair them. I was thinking for pickaxes, normally I would have I'd be going to get cobblestone as part of the digging process. But now that we can get cobblestone with the stone cutter, I will probably never dig with fortune pickaxe ever again, or a non-silk touch pickaxe ever again. Which I'm fine with. Alright. Go across here. There we go. Hello, Valinor. Welcome. All right. Did we? Who knows? All right. This section. You come down 1, 2, 3. All right. Go. Just some. Oh, you know what? Oh no. Well, I forgot to start the flashback recording for purposes of the time lapse. So there'll be a little bit of a gap. It's an oversight. My part. All right. One thing we don't keep is gravel. Gravel can despawn. We don't need to save it. I was checking stats the other day, and I had dropped over 20,000 gravel in this world. It would just be really short time lapse. Isn't that the... Yeah. Yep. It is. Oh, wait, why did that go there? We don't want to put that there. Yeah, it won't be a big issue. Time lapse gap or extra fast. It might it might just be a gap. We'll just sort of go from one thing to the next. I will probably not show all of the digging at once, but I like to not have too many gaps. Using speech recognition to text. Make a lot of typos now, but too lazy to go back. Oh, no worries. I use a lot of whenever I'm texting, many typos that I don't catch until after I send it. And it's, oh, oops. It's not good. Because in that case, I can't even say anything else that's caused it other than just me being bad at typing. All right. Oh, we almost messed up our train that we've been wanted to be. There we go. Yeah, a bit like that. I want a little bit over here because we gotta have okay. So now I'm gonna go to our next removal of blocks. Oh, thunderstorm. Whoa. Whoa. Pickaxe! So you'll notice we've got a gap right here. I've broken 2 pickaxes on this project. It's very sad. Once this project is completed, we're going to need to do a ancient debris gathering stream, I think. Like to get a bunch of backup netherite gear. Or a bunch of netherite ingots, so that way I can replace netherite gear if it breaks or it gets lost. friend from Pakistan and she joined my room. Big build. Yeah. It's a lot of fun to be able to play Minecraft with other people. It's so nice that you can do it with any, people from all over the world. I have a couple of servers that I played on where it's had people from, got to play with people from Australia, Europe, all over. It's really great. All right. We might want to make this a little bit of a bigger. If they ever make it so that you can insta-mine deep slate, they should also make it so you can insta-mine ore blocks. Alright, let's see. That one's full. Full. Oh, about time to go empty the shulker boxes. And fill up 18 shulker boxes relatively quickly. Doing something like this. Go probably just past our little space right here. Maybe about here. That's good. I'll just dig these out. All right. And then this out. Oh, that worked just almost perfectly. And that's 3, so we probably want to go one more. Okay. So what I've been doing with the digging here is I've been doing a lot of the borders around the lake. I figure, once we go through and we get the edge all finished, then it'll just be filling or going and getting the center part all dug out. So save the easy part for last, where there's very little thinking, it's just digging out the blocks. I shouldn't say thinking. There's very little planning that needs to be done. It's just digging blocks out. You don't have to. There's always thinking involved. I had to wire up a high voltage transformer at work. I was kind of scared because it's scary, but luckily, redstone skills. Oh, good. Redstone skills coming in handy. Glad it went well. That sounds like a scary job. Just a lake, like a moat around the city, or does it lead to the ocean? It doesn't. I don't think it will connect up with the ocean. We can take a look at it. So the ocean is on the opposite side. And currently, there's not a way it doesn't connect up with the ocean. Sort of a stretch of land in between them. But maybe, I mean, we've done, we've, turned rivers into, or we're turning rivers into a lake right now. So we might turn what is not any sort of water area into a lake that connects up with the ocean. It's definitely doable at this point. Currently, it's not connected up though. Let's see. But we'll take a look at it when we go to drop off and empty out the shulker boxes. We can see sort of the larger terrain area. That's good. Good. I like being able to have a little bit more structure. Not quite so messy of a big project. Straight lines, always good. From a efficiency standpoint, straight lines are much easier to deal with. All right. There we go. That's good. I'm gonna go this way. But we're gonna see. Oh, are we almost full? We're almost full. Only got one more in there. Okay. So as soon as we finish up our inventory, we're gonna go drop stuff off at our storage room. Oh, 1 block wide. All right. Let's be more efficient here. Okay. So now we can figure this out, actually. I want this to be all removed. Actually going to need to put in a little bit of something along here. There we go. Are we full? We're full. All right. So we can fly out and we can take a look here and see before we go to the storage room. So connecting it up to the ocean actually wouldn't be too bad. Because I think eventually we're going to have this part all part of the lake too. This world have the sulfur update. We don't have the sulfur update yet. No. So the thing is with the ocean though, is that we would have to extend our lake all the way over to here. We could probably actually put in a river. We could have the river connect up to here. We expand this river, and then it would be connected to the ocean over here on this side. So we could do it. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. This is what will be the eventually the main city. It's about half a city at this point. Halfway done. Half to go. So I've been filling up this storage area. And we have it mostly actually pretty full at this point. It's so full that, all right, so I've got all of these up to here. No, up to here. All of these chests are filled with stone. And then I had to expand my stone storage. So we've got stone here. What I need to do is get a shulker shell farm set up so I can put all of this into shulker boxes. But I don't have one right now. And my shulker boxes are a little low. Let me send those to the void. Not the actual void. The fake void down below. All right. Boys, you smash, have a bunch of different styles. That can be a good way to go though. If you have a bunch of different styles, you can try out different things. I sometimes worry that this one is too much of the same thing. But oh, these are awful. I think we gotta get some more. These are my bonus chest down here. I just first slowly add. Oh, I messed that up. Slowly add chest here. This area was a little bit too dark, and so mobs could spawn. I figured, well, you know what? One way to prevent mobs from spawning is we just put a bunch of chests here. It is a little sad that my brand new storage room isn't big enough. Okay. That'll do for now. A random mimic? Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. It will eventually end up getting cleaned up once I get the shulker system finished. It was the what can I do that will not take a lot of time but allow me to put all of my blocks somewhere. I've mined already about 300,000 stone for this little project. That's just the stone. That's not even dirt or any of the other blocks. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Somebody's smuggling random items. Black market goods. But it'll be good because now we're never going to run out of things. Unless I do something really huge. But I guess that's always possible. You never know. Might do something. Something crazy. Like dig out a massive lake. When the terrain around was actually some decent terrain. After I finished taking out all of the trees, I was looking around thinking, you know, this actually isn't too bad. I could just leave this. But too late now. Oh, who didn't take the stone out? Nobody didn't take the stone out. Let's see if we can get that last little bit. All right, let's see. Which one? Yep, almost to 10,000. We're so close. We are also really close to the 4-year mark. The 4-year, I've had this world, it'll be 4 years in June. So, a couple of milestones coming up. And here we go, last bit. It's both a lot and not a lot. All right. There we go. All of that is good. One of the things that I'm really happy to get is a bunch of sand. That was something that was definitely getting low. All right, we got those. That. Got those. Everything is cleared out. We go over to this side and we drop off our 4 blocks. All right. All of this copper was from digging out the lake. And all of this coal is also from digging out the lake. Yeah, the shelves is a good idea. I got that from the person who designed this system here, the copper golem sorting system, which was Raiseworks. But they had these shelves in here and I really liked it, so I copied that over when I did just my non-automated storage system. But I like it a lot better than the item frames, because whenever I have item frames, I'm always rotating the block inside when I go to open up the chest. And then if you have something, and what I was using in my other storage system were signs, which signs are fine too. But, you know, then you don't get to actually see what the block type is. You have to read the sign to see what it is. So shelves are a good one for it. back to our digging. Oh, no. Okay. Get ourselves some blocks here. We're actually going to need to dig out some blocks so that we can build with them. All right. And we do need to get a little bit more space over here. We don't have quite enough room. How far do we want to take this? Probably want to take this a little bit far. Make sure we have room to be able to work here. Okay. So let's think about our next layer. The next layer is actually going... We're going to start back here. And we're just going to take it around here. And then it's going to meet up over here. Gets a little bit close. Maybe all the way over to here, potentially. Yeah. No. I think we want to give ourselves a little bit more room here. That might be too much room. It's always possible. Okay, we gotta make sure we're going over more. Get a little close. About to there. Yeah. I think what we want to do is also take this back. About there. We forgot to dig out this side on... Or, yeah, this layer on this side. This is one higher than the other one. I forgot to do that because we paused to go clear out our inventory. Okay. It has been pretty crazy having all of our beacons set up here. Just so used to, or I'm going to get very used to being able to have the haste 2 no matter what. It's almost more surprising when I don't have it. But once we get this digging done, obviously not tonight, but once we get the digging done, we'll get to make it look good. Because right now it looks so ugly. This whole area. Which is one of the reasons we gotta get it done by 10,000 days. Because I got something planned for hitting 10,000 days. But I can't do it with this area looking the way it looks. It looks bad. So very bad. Alright. Rush, 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 rush. Faster, faster. Okay. So let's see. Now, we can take out this layer. And then this done. Okay. Do this side. Okay. All right. Now we can fill this in. Oh, we like surprises. Yes. Surprises are good. The plan is to transform this area. It'll be very different once it's all finished. If I can do what I'm thinking I want to do. I've got some ideas. For things I want to do to the terrain. I want to also do some things on the lake bed. I don't want it to just be a flat surface. So there'll be vegetation, different rock features. We're going to have the caves that were already here that were filled with water. Those are going to be opened back up again. So we'll probably do some things with those. And yeah, just making it an interesting lake to have around, because it's gotta be some fun things in it, even though it's primarily just a backdrop for the city. The area you are covering, will that be underwater caves? Yeah. There's underwater. Yeah. So there are sections, not in this area, but there are sections around here where there are underwater caves, or there are caves that were filled with water. And for purposes of building the lake, I put a top on them, but we're going to take that top off once I go to put in the water for the actual lake, so that they should blend together fairly well, I think. This is really very, very wide. Oh well, I guess we're doing wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, there will be parts of the lake that are very deep. Most of it's only going to be about 10 blocks deep. But I wanted to preserve some of those deeper areas. We need to get rid of that. Okay. Oh, don't use the pickaxe on the dirt. That's not the way to do that. The area you are covering, will that be? Oh, were you talking about this area? I hadn't thought about that. That might be. That would be a good idea to do that with that. Because it is a rather large area. Pickaxe is getting a little low. And I think we're going to potentially keep that there. Oh, it's getting very low. Let's quickly switch that out. Like that. Don't want the bed in there. And we don't want that in there. I know how to pick the right thing. Okay. So I think we're going to have this level be a little bit more narrow here. And then have it come around. About like so. Then it can come around over here. It goes in a little bit. Probably to there. We can fill in these sections. Okay. Who's interrupting things? Excuse me. Some of us are trying to work here. Okay. Make sure I have my chest plate on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just dug all of that out. I don't want to fill that in. Wish I could hire like an AI bot in Minecraft to tell it things like go mine me stone. Whatever. Yeah. Could be interesting to have an automated process for that. Oh. This guy with the sword. Got some serious zombies coming in. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Ready? Why don't you all just leave me alone? I'm trying to work. No. No, don't come over here. Don't come over here. Oh, you picked up an item. Well, now we have to say goodbye because you can't be holding stuff and staying in this world forever. All right. So if we go through here, that's good. And about like that. Just sleep. Yeah. Well, the thing about sleeping is that we don't have a lot of days. So I have to work through the night. Whereas if I sleep, then it's the next day and I won't be done before 10,000 days. So it's time crunch. But it's fine. It keeps it interesting. You know, if we were just mining away without being interrupted by mobs attacking us, it'd be kind of boring. Fall asleep. But this, there's always the risk of a zombie coming in, creeper blowing up. I've actually had so many creepers blow up behind me. As long as I'm wearing the chest plate, I'm good. There's been a couple times where I've had the elytra on and I've died. But most mobs are... I mean, zombies are not an issue. Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah. It's one of those things, I think it always seems like a good idea. Oh, let's see if I could do it within this number of days. But my projects are always much bigger than the number of days that I give myself to do them in. So I'm always pressed for time. The pressure's on. Can I get it done in time? But it's all good fun. All right. I think our next layer will start here. So let's do the back layers first. And this is more gradual. Up until about this point. Oh, that got a little bit close. We want it to be roughly 3 blocks wide. Not precisely 3 blocks wide in all sections. Again, we don't want it to be super uniform because this is natural terrain. But what happens if you don't get 10 in time? Well, nothing really happens. It's just more about, you know, if you can finish a project and finish right on 10,000 days, it can be more, you know, more dramatic. Get it done. Yeah. So, you know, personal goal, you know, just a personal goal. It's not really a mandatory goal. If we get to 10,000 in 2 days, it's really only doesn't really affect much other than, oh, you know, just not letting the drama build, I guess. You know, part about making the videos or video making process. Yep, just a fun goal. Exactly. it's part of, you know, how you can stay in a world for a long time. You set little goals for yourself. Oh, can I do it by this day? Otherwise, you know, I mean, there's not really, after a certain point, there's not really anything that has to get done in a Minecraft world other than the goals that you set for yourself. Some goals, like, you know, I don't know. You can build every automated farm that there is, or have roads connecting up all of your cities, or, you know, all sorts of things you can do. Don't need the rotten flesh. That's not something we have to save. That's full, and that's full. Time for some new ones. Exactly, yep. Inspires you. Keeps you going. We've got a wall in our way. Okay. And now we don't have a wall in the way. All right. Ooh, that's really close. Want this to be a little bit wider. A little bit wider. Bring it out more. Here, zombie. I'm trying to help you. I'm creating some shadow. Save you from the sun. Oh, we didn't save the zombie. Poor guy. I didn't build fast enough. Also, he was trying to get me too much. Could have stayed safe under there. Just had to come out. Oh no! They got stuck. That's a challenge. The last little bit is usually the best part. Ooh. Okay, we need this to be where we meet up. So we probably want to take that further. There we go. Something like that. One thing I am debating is because I've created several areas where there are these little ledges that have open space underneath them, and definitely a spot where a lot of mobs could spawn in. I've thought about going through and lighting them up so that way we don't have to worry about mobs spawning underneath them. But I'm going to probably wait until the very end because I'm also using them as a place for mobs to spawn during the day, and then at night there are fewer mobs spawning on the surface. So it's a little sort of unofficial mob spawn blocker thing. Make my life a little bit easier while I'm doing the digging. All right. Let's see if this is too shallow. Might be a little shallow. That's fine. Probably even do a little something here. Oh, we're out of blocks. We should never be out of blocks. Got plenty of blocks around us. Oh yeah. Yeah. It'll be quite the adventure underneath, I would imagine. Especially if I wait and do it after I've put in all of the water. Okay. Just a little something like that. Okay, we definitely need to do some expanding of our area here. Not enough space. Our little island is growing. Which is good. I want to make sure that this lake looks good underneath the water. Part of the reason why we're going down 10 blocks. I could have done, just 5, but it's like, that's not enough. I've done that before. Had a project where I expanded a lake. I didn't dig out the whole lake. But parts of it was just too shallow and too flat in spots. So we're learning from that experience. And we're going to not have it shallow, and we're not going to have it too flat. Or we're going to try not to have it too flat. We might have it too flat. Get to the end. We'll find out. But hopefully we'll get to the end and be happy with how it turned out. I also didn't have... Well, actually, did we have mud when I did that? Might have had mud. Just didn't use it. Can't remember now. Been a few years. All right. Let's get rid of our gravel. All right. Probably need... Got another section on this side. So much space. Always seems, oh, it won't be too bad. That should be enough. Nope. It's not. Need more. More. So we dig. We dig and dig and dig. But we probably will do 2 rows on this side. Or just 2 rows on all sides. Which might take us to the ground, but we might have to do another set of rows, actually, now that I think about it. Because it does take a lot of space. If we do... I think we have 3 more layers, or 4 more layers. 3 more layers? And if we have each layer be about 3 blocks wide, that's about 12. So yeah, we probably need to do 3. We do math. We can save ourselves time in the long run. Math is always good to keep in mind when doing projects. Proper planning. Yeah. This is our... Yeah, my goal is to have this lake dug out before the weekend, so there is a lot of digging I'll be doing this week. Many, many hours. Oh, hello. Uh-oh, we gotta switch. 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 Gotta save ourselves. It is interesting, I've found. There are some times where a zombie takes 2 hits, and sometimes where it takes 5 or 6. And I don't understand the mechanics for why it does it that way. Whether it means that the amount of damage that's done is random. Because most of the time it's only 2. And so far we've only seen 2. But there will come a time tonight where fighting zombies and one takes 7 or 8 hits. All right. Whoa. Okay. See? We've got some explosions. Natural TNT. Organic TNT, you might say. Make sure we didn't pick up any cobblestone. That might almost be enough. Let's try it. Let's just see. Extra Thursday night stream? Yeah. Possibly. We could possibly do that. Okay. Now that I've said it, they're all going to be 2-hit zombies. Oh my goodness. A little bit of a zombie horde right now. Okay, you we will deal with. All right, there we go. Just a few zombies. We are getting to the side where there appears to not be very many caves. So a lot of mobs spawn on the surface. Yeah, they did bring all their friends. We're having a party. Everybody show up. But we're almost to day, so we'll have a little break from the parties. A little coal, always good. Uh-oh. We need to drop that off. Okay. No. Why? 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 Don't understand. Saw the lapis over there, and I thought it was a shulker box. Like, how did my shulker box end up down there? It's just a little lapis. Whoa. Yep. Netherite armor is a good thing. It'll save your life. The number of times that has happened on this project, that's got to be the 5th or 6th time that a creeper has blown up behind me. I highly recommend netherite armor. Sometimes a cop torch out of the corner of my eye looks like a creep. Oh. Yeah. That'll get you. There's also, I'm trying to think of what it is. There's something else that does that to me too. It's copper grates. I think just they're copper blocks in general. Oxidized copper blocks. Very much look like creepers out of the corner of the eye. Do we have anything? Don't. Okay. There. second layer here. Something. Yeah. All right. Oh, there's a big gravel pocket. It's funny because I do use gravel for things, but I really don't like it. As, when I'm mining, I think it's mostly because when I'm mining, most of the time when I'm mining, it's just always interrupting whatever flow I'm in. Oh, it's gravel. And with a bartering farm, you don't even have to mine gravel. You get plenty of gravel from that. So that's how you end up throwing away a lot of gravel. Because it's everywhere. All over the place. And here we go. Here we go. Oh. Save the pickaxe. Quick swap. The one thing about having a circle here is that these corners are way more dug out than what we need. It's fine. We'll let that be for now. All right, our next section. Just see how much do we got here. So we've got a few things that we've covered tonight. Have a few more things that we'll have to cover for our next stream that we're gonna do. Now this side's a little bit easier. How are we already full? Didn't we just... Happens quick. sure I didn't miss anything. All right. Now this side is already mostly dug out, so not too bad. Should be relatively quick. Sure, we're not leaving any floating blocks in the air. It's really easy to leave some behind going through. Especially when they're all of different types. All right. It's a good thing that we're doing this project though, because we're getting a lot of copper and a lot of coal. And I was running low on copper. I've started using copper a lot more lately. I've talked about this before too. I'm really starting to like copper. I guess I always like copper. I'm not afraid to use it. It's probably the better way to describe it. Because used to always, just be like, well, it takes so much work. You gotta oxidize it to get the one that you want, and that takes time. But it is a really good block. We're almost around the whole circle. This is our final stretch here. And we can get back to layering in our island. Of course, actually, we do have then the next 3 layers to dig out. Just when you think it's over, it's not. There's more to be done. All right. I'll leave that there. That. Oh, I think I dropped some stone. Oh, well. Oh, and I probably picked up a whole bunch more. Great. 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 Just what I want. No, I didn't. Perfect. We don't have any. It's an accomplishment. Not a great accomplishment, but it is accomplished. All right. Let's see. What do we got over here? We've got more. So much more. All right. Probably go just along here. This is going to give us the space to be able to start the next layer. Out for a bit, and someone got... Oh. Maybe. I don't know if we got anything. We didn't really get anything. Just more hard work and elbow grease. Or more beacons. Yeah. Well, we've had all of these beacons. But all right. We've just finally made it all the way around. All right, wait, we've got 1, 2. Okay. All right. This is good. We're getting close. We're getting close. That's all we can really do is get closer and closer to having it so that the zombies can walk up to us. So far, we've been above their heads. But we're getting to the point in which that will no longer be the case. Oops. Especially if I start placing blocks down on the ground that they can climb up on. Don't need to make it too easy for them. Oh boy. We're at the awkward height. I think I've messed up this layer. It's gonna need a little bit of help. There we go. All right. Yep, elbow grease. We're racing to a creeper over here. Okay, who's getting me? Spiders. Leave me alone, spiders! I don't need anything. It's not the help I want. Come on, creeper. Let's get you over here. Where do we want you most? Maybe right here. There we go. It saved us from mining 6 blocks. Huge relief. That saved us so much time. We're gonna finish 5 seconds faster. Don't need that one there. Fill that in. Ooh, get far away. One of these days, I will be better at placing blocks. I don't ever place them on top, only on the sides. Go. Okay. That side's done. What we're gonna need to do is go over here. We gotta carve it out. You know what? I don't like that corner. There we go. Some of these corners are a little iffy. Who's building these corners? need to go back to learning corner school. I guess maybe it's not corners, but the rounding. How to round a corner. Okay. A bunch that needs to get cleared out over here. Ah, the sun is rising. Probably need a little bit more of that space. Space. A little bit more space. There we go. Oh. Roundy skull. Yeah, roundy skull. Exactly. Just saw you were live from watching one of your videos for the first time. Ready to keep the work. Aw, thank you so much. Glad you caught one of the videos. Welcome to a stream. We're doing some grindy work. All right. Let's see. Now got some space. We're gonna want to extend that too. Kind of going through here, seeing some parts of this that were just a little bit rough. We'll round off the edges a little bit. All right, around we go. Here we go. Coming around, coming around. We made it. Okay, we gotta expand this too. It's expanding, expansion all the time. We need more space, more room. So, all right. So here we are. Digging more and more. Got lots here. It's funny. Always, you know, from flying from a distance, this little island seems like a little island. But down here, actually pretty good size. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You stay up there. They are always out to get me. Those guys. Villagers. Something that I have been thinking about as a potential future project, won't be part of the lake building. We've got a pillager outpost on that hill. Might be fun to do a sort of reimagined pillager tower over there. Very ominous tower that could be overlooking our city. Be a fun project to do. When that will happen, I don't know. Might be a little ways away. But be something I would like to do. Because those guys are roaming the streets of my city causing all sorts of problems when I'm working on projects. Yep. Occasional bonus stream. Bullies, yeah. Oh, they do, yeah. A little give and take from those guys. Archer badge. Yeah. Oh, is that all they're doing? They've got some aggressive sales tactics. All right. So now we can start here and work our way back. Oh, this corner's just not quite where we want it to be. All right. Let's see. Going around. I want to not do that so much. Okay. Let's see. I think that makes sense. Does it make sense to have it out here? I don't think it does. At least not right there. Right here it does. But then we probably want to start bringing it back there. Okay. Something like that will work. All right. And then back to carving out and around to the rear. And then we can bring it in, bring it back out. Back in. And we'll meet up right over here. Perfect. There we go. Just about got that layer done. I got this corner section. I'm gonna get rid of some blocks. Okay. So we're doing a little sculpting, a little digging, a little block placing, a little bit of everything. Other than making things look nice. Just getting the rough draft here. Just gotta imagine it covered with mud. I don't know if that will make it better, but maybe not quite so splotchy. Very splotchy at the moment. Okay. We're gonna have to come through here. Oh, we gotta get a bunch. All right. Let's see. Get resituated here. We gotta get this corner. Let's go through here. dig down this side. Actually, getting all of the sand from this will be really useful when we go to get our ancient debris stream. As we'll be able to make all the TNT that we need. And I don't have to go out and get the sand. I was looking. I am getting low on TNT. So, this will be good. Good, good, good. All right, 1, 4. Yeah, this is the level that we want it to be down to. And make sure we have enough space. Any lake names yet? I hope you stream the muddying and the water filling. Oh, yeah. It depends on when I get to it. I haven't, but yeah, the water filling has me worried. It could either be something that takes a lot of time, or it could take not much time at all. So we'll see. But yeah, that could definitely be something that gets streamed though. Sounds like a great name for a stream. Yeah, all the TNT. Yeah, there's a lot of TNT that will be needed at some point. But yeah, I don't have a name for the lake. I don't even have a name for the city. I've been thinking that we need to have a name for the city because I always just go, well, the main city in my world, that's what we're going to be working on. Main city or the capital city. But yeah, it's all going to be filled with water. All this whole area from over there to over here, and then all the way, pretty much wherever you see beacons, it's gonna be water. Went through, cleared out all the streams that were here, and then we're gonna replace them all with a lake. Robin, thanks so much for the gift memberships. That's super kind. 5 gift memberships. It's amazing. All right. Let's see. We need more space over on this side. This is... I thought we had enough space on this side, but we didn't get enough space on this side. So here we are, making more space. But yeah, we do need names. Didn't really finish that thought, but gotta come up with some names for this city. No. That actually doesn't look too bad from here. Oh, hey, look, we've got some friends. Make sure I got my chest plate on. My gear's looking a little worse for wear here. Okay, come here. I need some XP. Give me some XP. Still need a little bit more. Oh, got 2 more. There we go. All fixed up. Oh, you thought you were gonna get me. I heard you. rings wouldn't be complete without. Virginia. That's a pretty funny one. You see somebody shoot an arrow? Well, and by somebody, I mean a skeleton. Not an actual somebody. There is no somebodies in this world. Alright. Bring this around. There we go. That's going to do it. Where is the end? There's the end. Okay. There we are. We will want to actually drop down here. Oh, here's one of the spots. Is it this one? Yep. So you can see we got these places where they're outlined with this netherrack. There's water underneath. All right, we want to have a little bit of space out here. There's this one around over here. To there. We're actually gonna take out those. We do want to probably do that. Like that. And then fill this in. Cut through here. That's all very much needed to be expanded. Somebody keeps not cutting out enough space for me. Planning department is not planning very well. All right. There's that. And then we got to get this side. We want to probably do something like those. We're going to hold on to the stone because we do need the stone. For the other platforms that we still have to build, but go. Okay. So now we've got room. Expand this, and that's going to go a bit along the lines of right about here. Cutting through to here. There we are. And now we can just this around. Nope. We got all sorts of friends now. See, this is what I mean. So many times. Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, we gotta get Balloon in here. Somebody's not doing their part in the planning department. Leaving it to the rest of us to figure things out. All right. Oh boy. See, you should just stay in the shadows, my friends. It's better for you. Yeah. Yep. With friends like these. What more could you need? Multiplying kind of friends, too. More and more. The longer they're around, the more there are. Aw, thanks so much. Welcome. Glad you've enjoyed the videos. And glad you could make it to a stream. We are in the process of doing a little terraforming project. So, lots of digging, lots of block placing. I think actually what we need to do is we need to add another little section on the front there. All right. I think we need to expand this. That was a little bit of a... There we go. A little bit of a sharp rounding. That one's also a little sharp. Okay. Good. More digging. More digging and more digging. Which is why the stream was called Digging, Digging, and More Digging. Because that's what we got. Just keep going and going and going. Right up until we hit the coal, and then we slows down. And, oh, now, speed, faster. Alright, and then I think we can get that back to there. Oh, we can do that. Oh. Always forget. Or not forget, but it's full 2. We need more. That goes in there. That goes in there. That's gonna get dropped out. Oh. Pickaxe is low. Yeah. Pretty much. Yep. We try not to hide too many things around here on streams. Do what we say and we're gonna do. Oh, no worry. All right. Okay, that's good. I think we have just a little bit of space we need to create over here. Go in just you. We're so close. I feel it. We've almost dug out our island. And then we'll get to take a look at it from the sky. That's a little bit close. We better go in. A couple more blocks. That's better. A little bit more space to work with. And let's see. There we go. Good. Okay. Got room there. It's all disorganized. Keep things looking good. Okay. And then on this side, oh yeah, we need some more space over here too. Do I build in creative and pass it on to the yeah, do I build in creative? Yes. So I do a little bit of, well, I do primarily plan most of my projects in creative first before I build them in the main world. For some things though, I do build them just freestyle. Right now, this lake is all being done without having any sort of plan in advance. So it's just, yeah, but it really depends on the project. For the builds themselves, the buildings in the main city, those are all planned out because I want to make sure that the city ends up in a semi-organized way. So I do a lot of planning as far as where I want to put the buildings and where the roads are going to go. And if it's smaller projects, then I like to do those freestyle just because that's a lot of fun. Yeah, but then I use Lightmatica to bring everything over. Well, to bring the plan over, but I do build everything. It's not like copy or paste or anything like that. give us enough space. We've got enough space over here. No, we don't. Well. Let's see. Need a little bit. Missed the block there. Oh, we need so much space over here. Okay. This corner is always the problem. Just solve it. All right. We got to cut that corner. We're not going to have enough space here if we don't cut that corner. Always so much coal. All right. Oh, interesting. That's the right one. Okay. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? All right. Let's go around to the front and get this set up. All right. This layer is going to go right through here. And actually, that does get us pretty close to our city. That to come around and then bring it there. Oh boy. The greeting party has arrived. They're so excited. What it is they're just happy that I built them a little cave here. So they're just coming out to say thank you, you know. That's what it is. It seems intimidating. But really, they're just excited. Finally have a place to call home. Okay. Creeper got a little close there. Watch out. It's amazing how much that creeper caused me to fly up into the air. I had no idea that that's what would happen. Creeper explosions. Oh, look who's coming over. Making his way. He's almost here. So sad. He's traveled so far Worked really hard to get here. I was a tough guy. See, this is what I mean. Like, look how much I had to hit that guy. And yet, other times it's just 2. So I don't know what the difference is between one or the other. Group hug time. Yeah. Exactly. Group hugs. There we go. That's that one. Aha. Okay, I see what we've got going on. That's a little bit too close. That's better. Yeah, we've got room back here. But the sides are going to need some more digging. Oh. Creepers and skeletons. Can we get this skeleton to shoot the creeper? No. No. Shoot the creeper. Why are you not hitting the creeper? Okay. There we go. No, 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 no. No. Okay. Oh dear. All right. Gotta get closer. Let's see if we can get a music disc. All right, ready? We did! Look at that! What did we get? Strad. I don't have that one. Thank you for your service. Much appreciated. Alright. Let's see if we can get another one. Come on, creeper. Come on. Oh no, don't fight each other. Silly skeletons. Okay, we gotta run away. Okay, now. Come on, creeper. Okay. Oh, no. We didn't want that. Let's put that in here. I don't have any of those music discs. I did get one earlier this week, so that'll be a little objective that we can have. Side project for this. Can I get some of these other music discs? Might as well try to get those since we're going to be out here in the middle of night. Okay. Got a lot of... Hold on, let me eat. Hold on, let me eat. Just real quick. Give me 5 seconds. All right. Oh, oh. There we go. Huh? Is all good? Oh my goodness. Ambitious little guy, that one. So let's see. What do we need to remove? We still have so much that needs to be removed. Yeah, you're shooting me. That's rude. I'm planning things. Trying to work over here. So let's see. I think what we're gonna do is have that be over to here. And then we go along here. This is fine for now. Okay. We gotta start at the top and work our way down. But for now, we're just going to take off a little bit. Can we put some things in here? Some of that, some of that. And drop off this and that. Okay. Now, we're good. Just cut right on through. Just boom, boom, boom. Right like that. There we go. Good. That side is carved out. Yeah. True. They're not quite as, it's not quite as life or death over here as it is on the hardcore world. Any moment could be my last there. Well, it also helps that here we have netherite armor on. So the risk is pretty low. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. I don't like doing it this way, but because then we're going to have to come through and deal with that. Is that enough space even? Maybe we start further back. We make this a little bit more narrow. Just get this bottom layer. Oh. We don't have enough space. Okay. We're gonna have to go all the way around one more time, I think, before this is gonna have enough room. Let's see. That in there. And there. This is why we're filling up so quickly. We've got lots of duplicates. That. And if we put that there, and then that's going to go to there. Almost thought Oh. Sorry. Had to sneeze. Okay. Gotta get this cleared out. Uh-oh. Yeah, we don't have enough room back here. Oh no. There's never enough room. Trying to make it work, and it's just not working. All right, that's okay. We're gonna make it. We'll make it work, even if we have to get a little creative. All right, that should get us all the way around. I'm gonna have to turn in to your streams. Oh yes, yeah. We try to keep it nice and relaxed around here. We do streams most every Monday and every Wednesday. Occasionally, I'm not able to do it. Sometimes we do weekend streams too. If you want to keep up with it, I always try to post on the channel when I'll be doing it, and I also will post on my Discord when I'll do it. So a couple of different places that you can keep track of when they're going to happen. And let's see. And then if you ever miss one and you want to get caught up, I post them over on second channel. They're usually up within a couple of hours after stream ends. All right, here we go. We need to go to there. Okay. That's there. And there. Okay. It's a little rough, but we've made it to all the way around. I think what we'll do is we'll fly up just to get a look. Yeah, there we go. The base of the island. That was actually a lot more involved than I thought it was going to be. I think it looks good. Now we just gotta dig out the space around it. What times do I usually stream? I usually stream starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not sure what that equals where your time zone is, but yeah, that's if it's during the week, it'll be 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. Wonder. Probably should do a little bit more around it. Yeah. Let's get these. We're gonna just clear out the space around now. Let's see, is that in line with what? Oh no, that's not even close. We probably need to go all the way over to here. We'll switch out those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're gonna keep going. Right there. That's a good spot to go. More digging. But for streams Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then if it's during the weekend, it'll usually be different times, but I always post for those. All right. Let's go back over here. Oh, I was going... Okay, well, we'll do that. We are... See if we can get this corner cleared out. Give ourselves just a little bit better view of our island. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Have it on. Yep. Yeah, our next one will be on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday. So just a couple days. But we'll be... I usually also Wednesdays are going to usually be streamed from the hardcore world, and then Mondays a little bit more flexibility. Sometimes from my this world, sometimes from the hardcore world. Kind of just depends on what I've got going on in each. So. All right, there we go. Making our way through. Cutting it all down. We don't need that. And no. There we go. Get back. Add. Gotta switch out our shovel. Almost gone. Well, no, that's not what we want. Grabbed the wrong tool. Happens. All right. Let's go through that. All right. first 5 layers are always a lot of dirt, sand, gravel, clay. A little bit wider, but that's fine. See if we can just get this completed. All right. All right. Got another friend. Getting up close. Oh, look. We got somebody down there. Just waiting for us to get down to his level. He's like, I've got my dirt block. I'm ready. Oh, and you've got seeds. Okay, let's do this. Oh, did you switch out dirt for gravel? Oh no, that's a different guy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Everybody's around here. There we go. Okay. It's when I like having a full inventory. Don't have to worry about picking up the miscellaneous items that they're all carrying around. That. And that one. Oh. Another friend. Alright. Just digging away. All right. Oh, the rain stopped. Well, that's nice. There are some times where it feels like it rains for a really long time. So, any short rains are good. Oh. Just cover that back up. Little creeper explosion again. I may have underestimated the number of times that a creeper exploding behind me has occurred. I think we've already had 3 tonight. Okay. Let's see. How are we doing? Oh, so far to go. Oh, we got more. More. We can do that. And that. That. Okay. Two. I just really want to get this corner cleared out before we wrap things up. Got so much to clear though. The never-ending supply of blocks to break. Gotta go because I have school in the morning. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm glad you were able to make it to the stream. Hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. If not, that's fine. There's going to be more streams all the time, so catch them when you can. And thanks for making it tonight. Here we go. All right. Getting closer. Little by little. Got just the non-stop. Oh, we're not picking anything up. All of a sudden, oh, I don't hear anything. And I'm keeping an eye out. Pickaxe is getting low. We're almost to the end of this one. And that's okay. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. All right, it's getting close. Fortunately, it didn't break. It's always worrying every time it's getting down there. And all of a sudden, you'll hear the sound of it breaking. And then it's gone forever. Always nice when there's a little bit of open space. Just a little fewer, or just a few less blocks to mine. Go. That in there. That in there. Okay. Let's see. Probably want it. Oh. They're underground. Heard the zombie. Thought, somebody's sneaking up on me. But of course it's daytime, so there wouldn't be anybody sneaking up on me. Or there shouldn't be anyone. Not out here in the wide open space. We're really struggling on this section here. The mix of sand, dirt, clay, stone. It's really slowing me down. When it's just all one or the other, you can go really quickly. But switching back and forth takes time. I think we want to stop there. That's our cutoff point. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should have kept track. It probably was a lot. Next one. To think. Let's see. Yeah, there's there we go. I think one more strip. That puts us just about to the front here. And then we've got the bottom layer to do, and then that will be this little corner all completed. But yeah, it's probably a lot of blocks. All right, there we go. Now we gotta go down one more layer. It's the final layer. Put everything on the level that we want it to be on. It's too bad we couldn't have a way to keep count in the stream to show every block broken, but I don't know how to get that set up. I'm sure that there is a way to set that up. Be like in the top left corner or right next to the day counter. Number of blocks broken. We could get a rough estimate from the number of shulker boxes filled. So close. We're almost there. And there we go. All right. Phew. Got that corner cleared out. My wings back on. Take a look. Yep. All that space there. Get ourselves some more rockets here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Phantom. Phantom incoming. Must sleep. Oh, look at who missed out on the opportunity. Didn't quite make it. All right. Let's see. Now we can take a good look. It's daytime. Yeah. I think we got a good foundation for our island there. Still so much more to clear out. But it's good. I was getting worried about how much flat space there was going to be, so seeing how much the foundation of this island is, or I don't know. It's not really a foundation because it's not a building, but yeah, we did a good amount. Still so much that needs to be done because we've got all of this area over here. This whole middle area needs to be done. And then these sections. And what we've done so far has taken 65 days. So I'm a little worried about how long it's going to take to get the rest done. And then we have all of the decorating to do. But this has been a good project. It's a good project to have. And it'll be much nicer once it's all finished. And then from our city, we'll be able to see it all the time. But I think that's where we're going to leave for the stream. We could actually take a look. If we take a look here. Hard to tell. When I started this project, I was at 1.2 million. So not when we started tonight, but before I started the whole thing. But if we were to, let's think, 18 shulker boxes. We counted out, let's see, 18 shulker boxes. 64. So we've probably taken out about 30,000 blocks tonight. Yeah. But yep, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Celebrity Sailboat. Thank you, everyone else. I appreciate you all sticking around through the stream. We will be back with another stream on Wednesday. We'll be in the hardcore world. Usual time. I'll be posting about it in the usual places. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next one. Have a good night, everybody. And a good rest of your week.